transfers. It's still going on. Yeah. Will West Ham get that midfielder? It seems we have gone to Chelsea when we're talking about Andre Santos and Chukwuemeka from Chelsea. So I had to come and see my boy Matisse ahead of our big game at the London Stadium as well. So I'm going to find out, what is it going to take? We are desperate. We are absolutely desperate for midfielders. Talk to me.
Listen, you guys could really do with Chukwuemeka. Andre Santos is way out of your ballpark. So let's just keep that 100% honest right now. That is a Brazilian international very soon. That is a World Cup player next summer. That is a player that comes straight into this side, potentially starts games, because I think he's good enough to do so, especially if Enzo Fernandez performs the way he did last game week. But he rotates very nicely with Caicedo, Enzo in terms of quality, and Lavia is always injured. So please, we have developed this guy. We have nurtured this guy, nourished him at Strasbourg all last season. This is not the time now for you to be trying to take him away from us. It's a non-starter. Minimum, I said to you off camera, 65 million. I actually meant 70. Maybe
come
80.
on, man. Come on.
80 before you can even talk about that guy. I'll be real.
You want to talk about nurtured and nourished, right? Let me bring up a certain Frank Lampard, who we nurtured and nourished, and you plucked away. I think it's time to repay the favor. Joe Cole was another one. It's time. And I want to put a proposal to you. What about, and I want to see what the West Ham fans think about this. I might not be having this, a swap deal. Lucas Paqueta, Brazilian international currently, not future, current for Santos. Come on.
No.
Really highly sought after, highly rated.
Look, Paqueta is nice. And to be honest, Paqueta in the half spaces in that left pocket, similar position we're trying to get for Simmons. I could actually make a lot of sense of it. However, like I said, this is our boy, right? If you're trying to move on Paqueta and swap, I need to ask why. Because clearly there's something going on over there that's not being put in the public eye. So I'm not taking that gamble. I'm not taking that gamble. Emphasis on the gamble. Yeah, I'm not taking that risk. Chukwuemeka, we can talk. We can negotiate. Let's negotiate, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you would say. Why? Because this is a player that has injury issues. It's a player that went out on loan to Dortmund. He showed a little bit of his quality and his talent. He was a good kid from Aston Villa. We plucked him for 20 million. We shouldn't have done that. We should have left him alone. But we are more than happy to negotiate with Chukwuemeka because he needs to move on. In fact, I gave you a long list of players on this channel. On your channel, I gave you a long list of players. I gave you Nkunku, Chilwell, Sterling, Shrewsbury Hall, who's now moved, Chukwuemeka, Kuchipu. Don't go for players that I didn't give you. I gave you the players. More than enough players.
Right. That's what I'm just like, well, what's in that back room over there? What's in that locked box?
Hey. It's around there.
Yeah, I don't want to see this. Show me the good stuff. And I want to see the good stuff. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, we did a video on Lawless Live, what Chelsea rejects and West Ham signed. Check that out. And, yeah, those were players you were offering. You weren't offering Santos.
No.
But now, we've put a bid in. What is it? It was 45 mil?
Yeah.
Right.
Disgraceful.
As an opening bid, can we not go to 55 with add-ons, over installments? No, because let's look at it, right?
I don't think you hear me.
You're not done in the window, right? You need more. You can't be done if you want to win the league.
Do you know what? We have so many players to sell.
Yeah.
We have Nkunku that needs to be sold. We have Chukwuemeka that needs to be sold. We're looking at selling Jackson. I'm not sure 100% if that's a good move right now for where we are right now, but we're looking at it. We need to sell Chilwell. We need to sell Sterling. We need to sell Disasi. We need to sell Renato Vega. We need to sell so many players.
Yeah.
What we don't need to do is sell players we don't need to sell. So we have plenty of money in that crop of players that need to be moved on, wages and transfer fee wise. 55 million is an insult. 55 million is an absolute insult. I don't think you realize how good of a season he had last year. We are not negotiating. We're not even negotiating. It's actually a not for sale. This is a put the phone down. This is a put the phone down. We're not. He wouldn't even agree to join you.
I just think 55 mil, right, gets you money that you need immediately. Those players you listed, I think you're not going to sell them anytime soon. It's going to take a little bit more time to find a buyer, negotiate the price, right? You take the 55 mil. And Santos is not going to win you the league this season. He's just not. Let's be real.
I'm going to help our midfield drastically.
I think a better goalkeeper,
Yes.
better centre backs win you the league this season, right? Or help you at least get closer.
Yeah. And that's the money will come from the sales of the players I mentioned.
Yeah, but when he like Chukwuemeka, like you've rejected. I don't know what we bid for Chukwuemeka, right? I don't know what we've bid for him. It's obviously not going to be near 45 mil. What price are you thinking that the Chelsea want for him?
I think we'll take 20 million. 20 million with maybe some add-ons, maybe a sell-on clause or something like that.
What injury record are we looking at? Is he bad? Is it bad? I mean, I don't see him play most games, but this is the thing. You have a lot of players who just sit around doing nothing. You never know who's injured.
Do I here? Do I sell the player?
I don't know if Sullivan watches this channel.
Listen, his injury record is bad. It's bad. He's got all the talent in the world. If he had just simply stayed fit, we wouldn't even be looking at Xabi Simons. We wouldn't even be talking about having to bring in a player in that left kind of pocket, because that is exactly where he plays. He carries the ball well. He dribbles well. He looks for solutions in against low blocks. I saw it against Leicester in the FA Cup, and he can score goals. He's had a couple of really nice finishes. One against West Ham at Olympic Park, and then he got injured. That was the game where he scored, he showed his technique, he showed his quality in this very fixture coming up. And then he got injured, and then we never saw him again. And then he had to go out on loan, and he had to move on, and then he build it, and then we can't get back to it. So he's a real talent. If you can keep him fit, he does do great things for you. Like the quality's there. I rate Chukwuemeka. I rate him. It's not like, take a player I don't rate, take a player I don't really like. I like Chukwuemeka a lot. I think Chukwuemeka would have. He's walked so Rodgers at Aston Villa can run, literally.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? And when we did our what Chelsea rejects the West Ham sign, a lot of time I was like loan, right? That, to me, has to have loan written all over it. Because he's got the injury issues that you're talking about, we cannot afford to have one of our key midfielders, because I don't know how much you've seen of our midfield. It's a disaster.
It's not great.
It's not good. And so we need multiple. And if one of the guys that we're relying on to start is injured, we end up straight back at Ward-Prowse. And I don't want to end straight back up at Ward-Prowse. That's not a place where I want to be. But if he's on loan, then we can also allow ourselves to get a few other midfielders in as well.
Yeah. If it's going to be a loan, it's got to be an obligation.
But then that's the same as just buying him. But we're pay later. Buy now, pay later.
We need money. You just said it yourself. We need money, right? So we're not going to loan him, and then it doesn't work out, and then we get him back next summer. We're trying to sell him this summer. That's the problem. That might be the issue. Now we can do a very expensive loan fee, money to million, and then you can take him for the season. Or we can do a loan with an obligation, or you can just take the risk and you can pay. You can pay maybe 15 add-ons based on appearances, add-ons based on all these things, calf injuries, niggling injuries, hamstring injuries. You can do any add-ons, anything.
Yeah.
But we need the money. We're not loaning this guy again. I'm tired. I'm tired of his back and forth. 1 minute he's here, then he's at Dortmund, and he's on loan here, then he's there. He needs to find a new home. I think a new home will do very well for him to know that he's somewhere permanently and that he belongs and that he's staying on a nice 3-4 deal. And then you have my blessing.
I think he's going to be your new Victor Moses, mate. And he's just going to...
Can't be Victor Moses.
He's just like...
Can't be Victor Moses. Victor Moses was durable.
Yeah, okay, he was durable, but he was out on loan constantly, right?
He had a title win.
Yeah, he went that one season. He finally came back and didn't get loaned out. Chelsea happened to win the title.
Just happened to, you know.
But yeah, you're right. I think maybe like 2 million with add-ons saying appearances that maybe take it up to 20 of like, okay, you make 20 apps, it goes up to 10 mil. Yeah, we get 30 appearances, you know, you don't get any injuries, you know, and it's got to be really strict, because if we get this guy and game week 1, like he's just, because don't forget, we've got Callum Wilson.
Game week 1.
Oh yeah, damn. I tried to blank that out my mind. I'm like,
hopefully game week 2 too.
Game week 2. Well, yeah, I mean, this is it. Well, it's going to have to be game week 3 because we got you game week 2, and then you probably won't do anything for us in that regard. No. And if it is a loan, he'll be, you know, not available for that. But yeah, I mean, just look, we'll see. At this stage, yeah, I would just leave it. I'm not happy with the deal that you're offering. I don't accept it.
No problem.
I think we should walk away. I think there are better players out there that we can get in the midfield. Go and scout. Carl McCauley, like this is a guy that your club wanted to keep at the club. Why are we just going to Chelsea and getting their just bargain basement trash? I know, and Santos isn't included, but that's like Maziz just said, that's just a no chancer. Why are we not going out to the flipping Norwegian league, the Ugandan league, or whatever the hell, right? And just finding these gems. Find the gems.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys need because you guys are in the pits right now. You've been there for a while, but
we need an N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, you can't get that.
Yeah, but we need
find one.
Yeah, we got to find one. Like we got to find though. We have a Mo Kante.
Do you have a sporting director?
No, that's David Sullivan. That's David Sullivan.
How are you gonna find one without a sporting director? Well, he's only gonna see what's right in front of him.
Yeah, but we got like Carl McCauley's the what's he called? Technical head of recruitment, analysis, data, whatever the hell. He's supposed to be looking out and going to find these players with Potter. So go and find him. We've got a young player, Mo Kante, in the youth that looks like exactly what we need. Powerhouse in the midfield, an engine there. Like have you seen it? It's so like Rodriguez and Ward-Prowse in there. Yeah. Like no.
Yeah. You miss Souček?
I'd rather play Souček. I would. That's how bad it's getting. That's how bad it is. I'm like, start Souček, please. At least he runs about. At least he's like, he just runs around like a tank. You know what I mean? But we need someone that can pick up the ball and drive it forward.
Yeah.
And we ain't got that.
Listen, you're at that point, at that part of the league where you got to take, you beggars can't be choosers. That's what I'm basically saying. You're in the last week of the window, right? You're running out of time. Running out of options, and there's options here to Chelsea, but not the ones that you're asking for, and the ones that we're offering is what's available. You either take or you don't take. If we have to put these man all in the reserves and put them there for the next 6 months, that's what we did with Joe before we moved to Palace. We got more than enough.
Yeah, I find Chelsea to be a very ungrateful club with the players that we've given them, with the players that we've taken off your hands, off your books. Yeah, Zumas, the Emersons. Yeah. Victor Moses, we loaned.
We're giving you more. We're offering you more players.
Yeah,
it's not the one that we use.
That don't work for me. So,
would you offer people Bowen? No.
But you can't compare. You cannot compare Santos to a guy on the periphery to our main man. Do you know what? You gave Tottenham because. You know what? I'm gonna be really on Santos now. He's going to be up there.
You and Tobes, great.
Yeah. Listen, I'm on, Tobes already knows, like, I'm on fraud watch for Kudus. Let's add Santos to that list now. You've made an enemy for Santos, right? I'm going to be watching because the way that you have
all because your club put in a pointless bid, you're never going to get the player. You were never really understanding that the player wasn't available. You put in a very disrespectful bid as well, by the way, especially this late in the window. It's ridiculous what you've just. When I saw that, I just laughed and just moved about that. Right. The fact that you think that you can do that at this point in the window for a player of that level is ludicrous. So you can hate.
No, I expect to see it.
Clearly not planned for your window. You're not prepped.
We're not prepped. That's
Don't
it.
bring that on us.
I expect.
If you wanted this player, you would have come with a 60+ million bid 2 months ago, at the very least.
Just know I expect to see a 60+ million pound player for Chelsea, and it is none of this like in 2-3 years time we'll see it. I'm going to be on it watching him this season. Am I going to? Do you know what? Now I say this, I want to see him on Friday. I want to see him play. Is he going to play? Is he going to
on the bench? He might start. I personally would have started him.
How confident are you for that game? I just want to touch on that.
3-0 win.
3-0 win. Like repeat of last season.
Yeah. You guys are awful.
We are. But you weren't pulling up any trees against Palace. I know Palace right now are better than us, but you struggled to score.
That's why we'll be even on even more smoke. Because we have to win this game. Can't be dropping points 2 games in a row.
Yeah. I'm not confident at all. Because like I've said this before, I said it on the video with Nicky we did in the pub. It's one of the best, maybe the best midfield in the league against the worst. Mm. And everyone says the midfield is key.
Yeah.
It could be.
That's true. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
The midfield is key, and we should win that battle hands down. If we don't, I would be very angry.
If you don't, mate, you need to knock some M's off some of these players and sell.
Facts.
And sell.
I would have overrated and overgraded these guys way too much if we don't beat you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Souček was one of the biggest issues playing at West Ham in recent years because of his box crashing. You don't get that anymore.
No, this is the thing. We don't have that pace on the counter-attack. We build up really slowly. So it's very easy to defend. So this is the thing. What I was talking about is your weak spot is your defense/goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Our strength is our attack players, right? But our weakness is our attack, as in how we attack, and our midfield. And our flipping defense ain't nothing to write home about. And Hermansen was looking very suspect. The new shiny Potter project that he brought in straight away for Areola. Yeah. Mate, it could be scary. I've said 4-1.
Okay, brilliant. We're all on the same page, so there's no problem here.
This is the thing. What you don't understand, right, is when we used to do a show, London Clubs Carnage, on Matisse's channel, he remembers a very different Lawless. He remembers me when I had some chest. Yeah. He remembers when West Ham was somebody, and I would go on the show every week, and I would be cooking people. Now, I'm here predicting 4-1 losses to Chelsea.
This is why you should have kept Moyes.
No. It was coming. It was. You're gonna get it in the comments now. You're gonna get it.
Ever since Moyes, everything's gone tits up. We all know what type of manager he is. We all know what type of football he plays. But at the end of the day, there is a certain base level that you don't fall below with David Moyes due to his experience. And if you back him with the right players and you don't buy all these, I know the West Ham way and all these little glitz and glamour step over individuals, but if you just buy the players that suit his football, the Scott McTominays, the Harry Maguires, etc., you get bare base level minimum performances. And that is the be all and end all. You guys were trying to sign the Somervilles and the Kudus and you're expecting them to get the guys to play grand spanking football. It is a classic example of a manager that does things in a certain way, clashing with a club that wants to be a certain way. Now, I understand you want to be that way, but you also were winning a European title and qualifying for Europe consistently. And now look where you are. Long day, long day, long day.
I can't let that stand. I have to be readdressed.
End the video.
you got a short memory because do you not remember under Moyes you beat us something like 5-0?
Why do you think I like him so much?
There you go. Exactly. That's why they wanted him to stay. After Arsenal beat us 6-0 that season, Palace beat us like 5-1 or something like that.
And now Sunderland
5-2. Yes, that's Sunderland. Yeah. But it started with this started when we had Moyes. I'm not saying Moyes is the reason. Sullivan is the reason. But it's inevitable because of how the club's run.
Exactly. So the club was always run the wrong way.
Yeah.
Moyes was just
he captured lightning in the bottle, right?
Victim.
Yeah, listen.
He was a victim.
Maybe Moyes could have done better.
What we're seeing is manager after manager after manager all falling to the same sword, which is the sword that is Sullivan. Sullivan is the sword.
Yeah, he is. He is.
See? You've realised now.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we should have kept Moyes.
All these managers can't be bad, can they?
No. But in that token, we should have kept Lopetegui or we should keep Potter.
Let's have some standards.
Oh,
at least Potter and Moyes have actually done something in this league.
Jeez.
Sorry, man.
Well, listen, man. On that note, I'm getting out of here. Like, we'll see. Listen, just know if we beat you on Friday, mate, the shamelessness is coming back.
Yeah.
Just know. So don't you dare.
You know where I live now as well.
Yes, I know where you live. I'll be here. I'll climb that gate. I don't care. I'm not buzzing it no more. I'm climbing the gate and I'm not. So please, West Ham, please just give us a miracle. And obviously check out Matisse's content.